Ever get that overwhelming desire to eat pizza with an ice cold pop? Or what about a big bowl of mac and cheese with bacon? I'm talking about Cravings here. I'm notoriously bad for having food in my fridge go to waste because it isn't what I'm craving. I will purposely go out of my way to pick up new groceries for dinner if I really want something different. My biggest craving? A burger and fries. I can't get enough. And there are so many variations. Today, I'm not only satisfying my cravings, I'll be making you crave this and heading out to buy some new groceries for dinner. Kebab burgers with tomato ginger chutney will feed your need for a juicy, meaty burger. My mouth is watering just talking about it. I love tomato and ginger, and it will be the ketchup to this spiced up burger patty. Every time I go out, I get French fries. It doesn't matter where I am. So I'm pretty excited about my Aloo Tiki French fries. I think these will be so different from what you usually expect out of fries that they'll have to officially change the name to Indian fries. A nutmeg, clove, and chocolate milkshake will be your favorite creamy, dreamy, chocolatey milkshake with a subtle difference. After one sip, you'll crave these warming, spicy flavors every time you think of one. Sometimes you just have to have your favorites. The urge is just too overwhelming. So next time you get the urge, hit the shop, pick up your supplies, and be glad your leftovers can last another day. There is nothing I crave more than a beautiful, juicy burger, and I'm gonna show you how to make my favorite lamb burger with a kebab twist. It's really easy to do. Here in a non-stick skillet, I have heating over medium heat. Let's add in some olive oil. A couple of tablespoons. Now I'm gonna add in one finely diced white onion. A pinch of salt. Adding the salt right now really helps you soften these onions, draws out all of the moisture. We're not really looking to brown these onions. We want them to be nice and soft and moist. We could have easily added this raw onion into our burger mixture, but by cooking it down, you really extract that sweetness from the onion, and it makes the overall burger really moist and juicy. Now let's add in 2 cloves of garlic. Grate in some ginger. Use about an inch. Now let's add in 1 green chili that's been de-seeded and finely diced. We just want a nice underlying heat flavor. You can see that our onion mixture is nice and soft, and the onions have taken on this beautiful golden hue. Let's turn the heat off. Here I have a large mixing bowl, and let's take this onion mixture and allow it to fully cool. So while this onion mixture fully cools, I'm going to show you how to make my incredible tomato and ginger chutney. My tomato and ginger chutney is so much better than store-bought ketchup. In a saucepan over medium-low heat, add 1 small red onion that's been diced, 5 chopped up tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a half cup of brown sugar, a 2-inch piece of grated ginger, 1 green chili that's been de-seeded and chopped, and of course, a pinch of kosher salt. Bring to a simmer and cook for about 20 minutes or until all the ingredients have melded together. Blend until it becomes nice and smooth. This tomato and ginger chutney will jazz up any burger. Our onion mixture is nice and cool. Now let's season up these beautiful burgers. Here I have half a bunch of chopped up cilantro, another half a bunch of chopped up mint, now let's add the zest of 1 lemon, the lemon zest will add this beautiful citrusy note and really cut through the fat of the lamb. Now let's add in some spices. 2 teaspoons of ground coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of smoky ground cumin seeds, and for a bit of heat, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Let's season this mixture with some salt and pepper. Now let's add in 1 kilo of ground lamb. Let's give it a really good mix. Now you may be wondering why I haven't added any binder to this at all, egg or breadcrumbs, and that's because you really don't need to. There's enough fat in the lamb to really make it stick, and also sauteing those onions add a lot of moisture and really help bring this mixture together. So now let's form up our patties. I'm forming my patties into about 1/4 pound. So start with a nice ball, flatten them out. My grill pan is heating over medium-high heat. I'm gonna cook these patties for about 3 minutes per side, and that will give me a beautiful medium cooked burger. But feel free to adjust the cooking time depending on what doneness you'd prefer. So now let's assemble these burgers. On the bottom, let's put on that delicious tomato ginger chutney. A slice of cheddar cheese, our lamb patty, now for some peppery greenness, I'm going to use some arugula. Now on the top ones, let's put some more of this tomato ginger chutney. And now let's add some burger class and skewer them. Next time you get the craving, you definitely should be making my incredible lamb burgers. Everybody has their own personal food weakness, and mine just happens to be French fries. I honestly cannot go anywhere without ordering a massive basket of crispy fries. So I'm gonna make for you the ultimate Aloo Tiki French fries. Let's get started. So in this large bowl, let's combine 1 bunch of freshly chopped cilantro, add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of smoky cumin, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, and half a teaspoon of ground coriander seeds. So the inspiration for these French fries are the flavors of that spicy Aloo Tiki. Aloo Tiki is that beautiful spicy mashed potato that's been deep fried so it's super crispy on the outside and really nice and tender on the inside. Very similar to a beautiful French fry. Let's put in the zest of 1 lemon, some flaked sea salt. Don't add too much because we're gonna season the potatoes when they come out of the fryer. And then some freshly cracked black pepper, about a teaspoon. Let's give this a mix. So now let's start frying up our potatoes. Here I have 2 pounds of peeled russet potatoes that have been soaking in cold water for a couple of hours, then I've drained them and allowed them to fully dry, and that ensures that you get a super crispy exterior and a nice fluffy inside. Now let's deep fry them. Here I have 3 liters of canola oil that's been heating up to 375 degrees. So let's fry our potatoes in batches until they're beautiful golden brown on the outside, nice and crispy, and really tender on the inside. Here's the last of our French fries. Let's season these fries with some salt. So now let's put our fries into the Aloo Tiki spice mixture. Give them a really good toss. Let's put a big pile of these French fries right in the middle of this plate. And now let's squeeze on some fresh lemon. I gotta have one of these. Spicy, crispy, salty, really tender on the inside. I'm telling you, these are the ultimate Aloo Tiki French fries. I have a really bad chocolate addiction, and I also love spices, so let's combine the two of those things together and let's make an incredible nutmeg and clove chocolate milkshake, and it is so easy to do. Let's put in 6 scoops of chocolate ice cream, half a cup of chocolate sauce, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, a pinch of flaked sea salt that really helps accentuate the chocolate flavor, and now a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, and half a liter of whole milk. Let's give it a buzz. Whole milk in North America is about 3.5% fat, and it is basically the most intact milk you can buy, because 1 and 2% and skim milk all have been adjusted to reduce the dairy fat. The reason why I use whole milk in recipes is because you get more fat, and fat equals flavor. If you were to replace the whole milk with skim milk, A, you won't get a lot of flavor, and B, it would be quite watery, which is mostly what skim milk is. I think whole milk gets a bad rap because a lot of people associate it with being actually like significantly higher in fat than 2%. Calorie-wise, it's only marginally more, and the trade-off in flavor is substantial. Chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? It starts in bean foam that is then roasted, ground, and then forms like a cocoa mass, and then from there it's processed into cocoa solids and cocoa butter. There's 3 different variations. You can get dark chocolate, which is combining cocoa solids with cocoa butter and some sugar. Then there's milk chocolate, which has quite a bit of sugar in it, and then obviously milk has been added to it. And then you have white chocolate, which actually has no cocoa solids in it at all. Now let's pour them into our glasses. Let's garnish with a pinch of salt. And a bit more freshly grated nutmeg. How could this not bring you back to being a kid? My nutmeg and clove chocolate milkshake. I think it's good to be impulsive and to satisfy those hunger cravings you have in the moment. I always crave things, especially burgers and fries, and I'm really bad for coming home after a day of work and being like, I don't feel like this, and then going out to eat. I do it far too often, and more often than not, I'm always kind of feeling like burger, fries, milkshakes, and today's episode is all about that. I love burgers. I don't know what I actually love about them so much, but maybe it's the combinations, the different flavors you can put in the patty, the fact that it's on a bun, it's handheld. I'm all about it. The kebab burgers are so delicious. They're packed with so much flavor. Fresh herbs like mint and cilantro, cumin, coriander, green chili, sautéed onions and garlic. It's awesome. What makes the patty kebab style is that we're sautéing the onions, garlic and ginger and green chili and then mixing it with the raw meat, and then after that you grill them off. So you have this cool texture variation with the nice creamy soft onions and then the charred outside of the burger patty. Super delicious. Maybe what I love more about burgers is the side. French fries? It's like the ultimate comfort food. Deep fried, crispy potatoes, really fluffy on the inside, super crisp on the outside. Can't go wrong. So then what you do is you add this Aloo Tiki vibe, which is chilies, fresh herbs, toss them all together. It's like French fries on steroids. You can make the perfect French fry at home, set your oil to the right temperature, 375 degrees, and deep fry the potato until the potato is nice and crispy. A milkshake is honestly one of the greatest drinks you could ever imagine, and a chocolate milkshake is even better. Chocolate ice cream, chocolate syrup, add a little bit of spice with nutmeg and cloves, a pinch of salt to really brighten up all the chocolate flavors. It is the perfect accompaniment to a burger and fries. Let me show you how to satisfy your cravings. This is the ultimate in burger and fries and milkshake heaven.